guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Doris, aka D.Enjoli on the beat, and today I will be creating this little look for you guys. So if you want to see more, just keep on watching. Okay, so we're just going to jump right in with some witch hazel and a clean wipe, and we're just going to wipe her face just to make sure that everything is clean and there's no oils or old makeup on her. Okay, so we're going to start with brows, and I'm taking the e.l.f. Hydro Concealer and the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, and I am going to use a brow pencil and the e.l.f. Brow Gel, and I'm just going to brush her brows up. Okay, so once I get her brows nice and flat, I'm just going to take that brow pencil and create a line at the bottom of her eyebrow. This is my little sister and she is young, so I'm not going to arch her eyebrows, but I am going to go ahead and just use this and create a shape with it. So now I'm going to take a spoolie and I'm just going to brush through her brows. Now this spoolie is a little broken, it's a little janky, so you know it's doing a lot, but I'm just going to run this through her brows just to get it as natural as possible without having any harsh lines. And then I'm going to take that Camo Concealer in the medium sand and I'm going to create an arch under her brow, make it really sharp and really defined. Okay, so now I'm just going to take that same brush, and with the excess product, I'm going to begin blending it down just so that everything can start to create a shape as well as be blended, but not as harsh. Okay, so now I'm going to take the other Camo Concealer, the medium beige, and I'm going to begin putting that in the beginning of her brows since that is closer to her skin tone. And I'm going to also pack that on top of the medium sand just to blend that out but still give it that pop defined look in the bottom of her brow. Okay, so now I'm going to take a fluffy brush. This is a Morphe brush. I don't know what brush it is, but I will put it in the description box below. But I'm just going to take that and blend the rest of that concealer at the top down. And then I'm going to take the medium sand and I'm going to just prime her eyelids with that. Okay, so now I'm going to take this Neo color from the Juvia's Place Blush palette and I'm going to begin to pack that color on in the middle of her eyelid. And on this part, you really want to use packing techniques just to continue to pack the color on and this add the intensity that you really want to get from this color. So as you can see, I'm really packing that color on. At first I was kind of trying to make sure that the color would settle into the primer, but now I'm just packing that color on there. So now you want to start to brush that color out. And the reason we're not going to really pack it on as much in the other areas of the eye is because we don't want it to be as intense on those areas. It can look more harsh and we really want a very blended look. So I'm not going to pack the color on as much. And then I'm going to begin to really blend out those edges. So not blending them up, but blending them out so that it's not a harsh line. And once we add our other colors, they can blend out easier and you can really see the gradient effect that you're going for. So now we're going to take this orange color from the crayon case, the matte book, and we're just going to use a fluffy brush to blend that out. So you see I'm not packing the color on here, and that's, like I said, we do want a really gradient effect, but also airbrushed out. So we don't want it to be harsh all the way to our eyebrows. We really want it to blend into our eyebrows and make this look complete. So I'm just going to be using windshield wiper motions and also going back into that brick color to really help that stay intense. So we want to do that a couple times just to get the desired blend that we want. And we're just going to do that on the other eye as well. So here we want to go back in that brick color again and just build the intensity of that color. Okay, so now we want to take this color Abby from the Julia's blush palette, and we're going to pack that right under the brick color. So here I'm going to pack that color on again, and that's because we do want that outer corner to be very deep. Okay, and then guys, we're gonna go back into that brick color. I know it's repetitious, but we really want this blend to be immaculate. So we're gonna go back into that brick color and we're gonna blend in all three colors with this color. Okay, so now guys, I'm going to show you a very easy technique that you can use to create the perfect cut crease. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some Vaseline and we're going to take a small cut crease brush and we're just going to go ahead and create the shape that we want with the Vaseline first. And then we're going to take a makeup wipe and we're just going to remove where we laid that Vaseline down off of the eye. Make sure that you get all of it off of your eye though, because you do not want it to seep through and make your cut crease greasy, because that can cause creasing as well as it can just make the makeup come off altogether. So we want to make sure we get all of it off. And then we're going to take another small concealer brush and we're going to stamp out our cut crease with our base. I'm using the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in Medium Sand, which is the same color I used for her brows. And I'm just going to go ahead and create the shape that I want by tracing out that outline. So while you're tracing your outline, you also want to blend it down because a lot of product can really build up. And once you start trying to blend everything out, it would be harder to blend with so much product buildup. So you really want to separate it and spread it down so that it's very blended out at the top of your crease so that it doesn't blend in, I guess, guys. I don't know. So you can really, it can be defined. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so like I said earlier, we're gonna really blend that product out as we're laying it down because we really want our foundation to be flat so that when we blend it out, we're not taking off clunks of product. We're really just trying to blend it in and make it stay defined. So you really want to blend this out as you go. Okay, so now we're going to take a small fluffy concealer brush and blend that product out, get rid of any harsh lines where we don't want them. And we're going to take this gold color and apply it as soon as we get done blending that color out. We really want our gold to be intense as well as being a foundation for the glitter that we're going to put on top. So we're going to apply that as soon as that product is done being blended out. And then we're not going to take this gold color all the way to the edge of that crease or in the front of it. We're going to add another gold on top of it. Okay, so we're going to take this dark brown color out of the matte book and infuse my palette, y'all. It's been through some stuff. My little sister likes to do makeup too, so she plays in it and I play in it. Colors everywhere. So we're going to blend that at the edge of the end of our crease, in between the crease and the blend place, I guess. And we're going to take that cranberry color, or no, that brick. It was a brick color, girl. We're going to take the brick color and we're going to blend that out again, as well as that darker color that we used earlier. We're going to use those same colors to blend out everything. And then we're going to take those same two colors on the inside of our crease to blend those colors towards the gold. And then what I like to do is I like to blend that along the lash line as well. When I don't want to do a liner, I blend the darker colors in the lash line. And then I'm going to take this gold disco color from JLarue Cosmetics and I'm going to apply that in the middle. And I also use 24 karat, I think the color is, but the video went weird. So I'm going to apply that on her eyelids and I put the 24 karat in the top. And then I'm going to use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty and I'm going to use that to prime her face. I also did put some moisturizer on her because I did use witch hazel and that does dry you out. So I did also use moisturizer. And I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me in a shade lighter than her skin tone to create her brow shape at the top. And then I didn't really define her brow when I was drawing them. So I'm going to just define them as I'm concealing them, as well as still blending them out so they're not harsh. And then I don't know about you guys, but I always have a weird time on the opposite brow. So a thing that I like to do is draw the concealer backwards. And then I'm just going to blend it out with a clean concealer brush. And I'm also applying those colors in her highlighted areas. So I'm just using foundation right now. I'm not using concealer. And then I'm going to use a foundation that's a couple shades darker than her. And I'm going to use that to kind of cream contour, I guess you would say. And then that is her foundation color that matches her neck the most. So I'm going to use that to blend out all of the areas together. Okay, so now I'm going to take a less dense brush. It's more of like a powder brush. And I'm going to blend her contour color out, I guess you can call that. So I'm just going to blend that all out around her face. And then I'm going to take this flat foundation brush and I'm going to blend out the part that I put for her nose contour. And I'm really going to use the whole brush because I really want it blended, but also precise. So I don't want it to go above the area that I put it, but I don't want it to go too far down. So that's why I'm using this type of brush instead of a blending brush. And then I'm going to apply the concealer in medium beige that I applied before on her eyebrows. And I'm going to kind of blend that out as I'm laying it down. So I'm packing it in, especially right under her eye, because I feel like that's the part that I missed the most when I first started. So I do like to blend it out and lay it down so it can have a flat base. And when you're trying to blend it with your beauty blender, it's not going to build up so much product on that. And then without adding any more product on my brush, I'm going to take the excess and I'm going to brush that down her nose. And then I'm going to take this Tarte concealer, I don't know what shade, but I'll look at it and add it in the description box. And I'm just going to add that right in the middle of her under eye. And the part of me blending it got deleted, so I'm just going to show you where I took the foundation brush that I used to blend all the colors together earlier with a little more foundation on it, and I'm just going to blend out all of those harsh lines, so really making everything look blended. And then I'm going to take some banana powder with the same beauty blender that I used to blend in her concealer, and I'm going to press it in as I go, so I'm not letting it bake. I'm really just pushing that in to where you can't even see it. And then I'm going to take a fluffy brush and I'm going to add some access on top of it just because we still want it to be highlighted, as well as right under her cheekbones because we do want it to be defined but not too defined. And then I'm going to take these first two, I guess they're like bronzer shades. I would think of them as bronzer shades from the map book. And I'm really going to use that to bronze up her skin and make everything look blended, as well as using that same flat brush and doing the same thing to her eyebrow. Her nose. And then I'm going to go back in again with that foundation brush, and we're going to blend everything together. So now I'm just going to take some mascara and I'm taking it lightly across her lashes because we do want her lashes to blend in with her false lashes. And I'm going to take an eyelash glue that has a wand on it like an eyeliner. I'm going to take a very thin coat because I don't want the look to look like it has eyeliner, but I'm going to line her lash line with that and apply her lash on top of that. And then I did cut the lashes so that they do fit her eyes. You do not want them to outweigh the look. And I'm going to take this orange blush from the blush palette and I'm just going to put that on top of her cheeks, making sure that I'm blending her contour and her foundation all together. And then I'm going to go back into the transition colors that I used on top of the eye, and I'm really going to smoke that look out. I don't really want that look to be too harsh, so I'm not going to apply any liner, but I will put mascara on and it kind of, covers that. And then I'm going to go ahead and spray her face with setting spray. This is the Wet n Wild setting spray. And then I'm going to take that beauty blender and I'm really going to pack that in, trying not to move any of the foundation or anything. And I'm going to take this Wet n Wild highlighter and I'm going to apply that with a small concealer brush. Okay, so I'm going to take the same eyebrow pencil that I use, which is actually a waterproof eye pencil, and I'm going to line her lips with that lightly. So don't press down too hard, but you do want to lightly brush it across her lips. Okay, and then this is my little sister, so I did use my fingers to blend in that lip color as well as her liner, but of course I washed my hands before I started this. And then I'm going to apply this pink lipstick from LA Colors, I believe, and I'm going to pack that in with my finger as well to blend it out and make it even. And then we're going to take this light pink Buxom lip gloss. It's a glitter lip gloss and it's so pretty. And put that on top of that. And then I'm going to just spray that face one more time. And I'm going to use, of course, the beauty blender to blend it in. And then I'm going to take the mascara and use that on her bottom lashes. Okay, and then that is it for this look, you guys. This is how that look turned out with the flash. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also turn that bell on for more notifications because I will be dropping more looks.